When did you meet Raz B? Marriage, dating, motherhood. Y'all, we're doing my very first Q&A here on YouTube. I asked on Instagram, what questions do you guys have? I'm gonna get to know me a little bit better. So I have everything. I'm looking on my iPad at the questions, and Lord, we're gonna jump into it. Before anything, make sure you like, leave a comment. I'm wearing green, so leave a green comment or leave whatever you want to below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And y'all, we're literally going to get into the tea. No, it's so corny. We're gonna get into the tea on my life. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this, but hey, let's go. The first question I'm gonna answer is, when did you meet Raz B? Now, if you are new here, Raz B and I were friends. We're really good friends. I met Raz B back in the very beginning of 2020, so almost 4 years ago now. I remember in my video when I was like, this is how I became a full-time entrepreneur. The woman who brought me up to that event that I spoke about in Atlanta when I was working with celebrities and things like that, she continued to work with me. And she was trying to find somebody in the industry, and I had a little platform to create content with me to help get my name out there even more and help me reach my own goals. And Raz B was nice enough to meet with me, and yeah, I flew out here to Vegas. It was like 4 years ago now. I was living in Dallas, but I flew to Vegas, and we met up. I was really, really nervous because I used to have posters of him in my home when I was like a teenager or whatever. And we just, man, we're like that. We never loved each other's life after that. Another question I got was, what is one of your favorite things to do? I love to paint. I love painting. If y'all see me posting my home or whatever, and you see paintings in the background, 9 times out of 10, I'm the one that painted it. Painting is one of my favorite hobbies. Reading is one of my favorite hobbies as well. I love to cook vegan food, obviously. Which brings me to my next question, because I also got asked like a few times, are you vegan? What's your diet like? Okay, so in technical terms, I am vegetarian. I have not eaten meat in it'll be 13 years in December. I'm vegetarian, right? Now, the reason I say I'm technically vegetarian is because I typically do not eat any dairy products. I do not eat eggs. I do not drink milk. I don't put real cheese in my food, anything like that. However, even though I eat vegan 95% of the time, there are certain things I like to eat that has milk powder in it. So if I want a bag of hot chips, I don't know why, but when it's that time of month, I crave hot chips, I will eat them. They have milk powder in it. Or if I'm at an event, a party, and there's cake and they have put eggs in it, I'm probably gonna eat the cake, you know? So I'm technically vegetarian, quote unquote, but I really do eat vegan like 95% of the time. Yeah, no meat at all. If you guys have questions about that journey, let me know. I absolutely love it. It's been a really beautiful journey for me. I never really look back on it, so love it, love the lifestyle. You guys will see me I post a lot of vegan food all the time, because again, it's pretty much most of what I eat. So yeah, that's my diet right there. Another question that I got is, what is it like balancing my spiritual, my love life, my friendship, and my motherhood? Let me tell you, it's really not that hard. However, I feel like it's not that hard for me for a couple of reasons. I think I'm just really blessed. But one, my son, he's older. He's 8. He's going on 9. He's self-sufficient. He's kind of chill. 2, I only have 1 kid. 3, I work for myself. I make my own schedule. So I would say it's not that hard for me. When it comes to career, I'm really big on pouring into my purpose, giving a lot of attention and energy to my career. That's extremely important to me. So I prioritize that. In terms of motherhood, of course, I'm doing everything. I'm going to the field trips. I'm, doing all the mom stuff, like spending a ton of quality time together. Me and my son, we have a really dope relationship. That's my best friend. I love him. I love being a mom. I love being a mom so much. And we pretty much do everything together. And if y'all see me on Instagram, and I'm like, because I quit posting my baby as much because the fake pages kept taking photos of him and posting them, and I didn't like that. But a lot of times, if y'all see me out and I'm doing something kind of cool, my kid's right there. I'm just not posting him. But yeah, that's my best friend. Like we do everything together pretty much. I prioritize myself as well. So I do solo dates twice a month, and usually for that I'll do it either when he's in school during the daytime, or I have a babysitter. I have a couple of babysitters. So yeah, maybe like once or twice a month I'll get babysitter and I'll step out. I'll do something on my own, or I'll do like a date night. I'll go back into my love life a little bit more in a second. In terms of friendships, I have a really beautiful group, close knit group of friends, and a lot of them don't live here. I moved to Vegas a year ago, so we FaceTime, we do little FaceTime dates, we call each other, we're sending the voice messages throughout the day. I definitely prioritize my friendships. So I have a support system here. I have friends here, and one of my best friends here, she has kids, so we all kind of like, let's get the kids together, let's cook on Sunday. What are we doing with the kids this weekend? So friendships is pretty easy for me. Spirituality, that's my life and it's my career. That right there, it's a no-brainer. And my son, he's very spiritual as well. So yeah, I kind of wake up, I'm on my vibe, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm journaling, I'm tapping into my mindfulness and everything. My son either does it with me or I'll wake up before him. I feel like I get plenty of time because, again, my son, he's 8, he's about to be 9 years old. There's many moments where he's like, hey, Mom, I want to play by myself. I want to play on Roblox. I want to FaceTime my friends. And so it's pretty easy to find time for that. And with my love life, I am dating. I got questions about dating, so we'll get into that. And yeah, typically on the nights where I'm doing a solo date, if somebody asks me on a date, we'll go out after when I have my time by myself. But yeah, you know, we gonna meet at this time. I'll have a date at this time. So it's a pretty easy balance for me. But again, I would say it's because I work for myself and my kid's older. When I had a job and my child was young, oh my God, it was hard. It was hard. So the next question is, when did you realize that you had spiritual gifts? I was 8 years old. Well, I said that with confidence. I was either 7 or 8. Either way, y'all, let me tell you, I was with my friend and she told me about my friend was a couple years older than me. She told me about her friend who had passed away years earlier, and she told me how she died. All right, the friend's name was Joy. That is all I knew, and she got ran over by a semi-truck. That's all my friend told me. So I go home that night. I had a dream. Joy came to me. And mind you, I'd never seen a picture of her. I only knew her name. I only knew how she transitioned. And she came to me, and I remember seeing, ooh, this makes me emotional. Oh my God. I remember seeing exactly how she looked, like the details, her wearing glasses. To this day, I remember exactly how she looked. And I went to my friend the next day. I said, hey, did Joy look like such and such? I started describing what I seen. And my friend, she was like, oh my God, like, yeah, that's her. And so that's the time I realized I had gifts. And then of course it came back as I got older. I'll do another video about that. Anything that I'm talking about, if you want me to do a whole other video on it and go in depth, I will. Just leave a comment and I got you. But yeah, I was 8 years old whenever it happened. And then when I hit 23 is whenever everything started really coming back to me again. That's the story behind that. Another question, are you a mom or a dad girl? I'm a dad girl. I love my stepfather. So I don't really have a relationship with either of my biological parents. However, my stepfather, I hate using that term because that's my dad for real. That's my dog, that's my best friend. I love him. I'm a dad girl, I love him. And if you're watching this, hi, I love you. That's it, that's my bestie. Favorite place I've traveled. So outside the US, it would be Seoul, Korea. I had the time of my life. I love being there, it was so much fun. In the US, New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I love it, love it, love it. I love the food. I love the culture. I love the vibes. I love New Orleans. Favorite place in the US, hands down, 100%. The question is, what's your favorite perfume? It's Gucci Bloom. It smells like flowers. Another question, do you date outside of your race? So I am half Black and half Mexican. So Yeah, I do. Now, it's a huge plus for me if a man can relate to me on a cultural level. I dated every race. I do not discriminate. All right, if we vibe, we vibe. Do you want to have more kids? I got this question a couple times. So I do, and it's weird because I never thought, first of all, I never thought I would be a mom. But again, I love being a mother. It means a lot to me. My kid, he's my best friend. You know, we're sitting here and we're like, I'll be like, Adrian, you're my best friend. You know that? He's like, yeah, same. We just have, I would say we have a special connection, but duh, every mom has a special connection with her kid. But yeah, and it's almost crazy. Can I see these orbs flying around? It's crazy, but I really do want to have another kid. I'm glad that I spaced it out because again, Adrian is almost 9. At whatever point I have another kid, he's gonna be way older. I'm gonna have a huge age gap between my children, and I feel like that's actually a lot better for me. But yeah, I want to have one more, only one more, just because I'm gonna be 30 next year. I feel like one more is perfect for me. Another question, what's your favorite food? I love Mexican food, obviously. Mexican. I love Mexican food. And then second, I really love, and it's such a random thing, but I love vegan cheeseburgers. I will eat them all day, every day. I love me some cheeseburgers, okay? I also got a question of, do you see yourself living outside the US? Absolutely, 100%. Would I just wake up one day and decide I want to move out of the US? I don't think so. I don't know. It's not on my mind at the moment, but if an opportunity presented itself in any type of way, I would be on a plane so quick. But that's just, so I have a Gemini moon. I'm very like spontaneous, and if you've been following me for a minute, you know I've moved all across the country all throughout my 20s. So moving out the country is really nothing for me. It would be a cool experience, but I do feel at this point in my life, I kind of want stability. Because even with base, so y'all know, again, I moved here in like a year ago, pretty much. And I was gonna leave and go back to Texas when my lease is up, but I changed my mind last minute because I'm like, nope, I really don't feel like moving right now. I just want to sit down. I want stability. I really want to buy a home. I'm just getting at that place in my life where I do crave to just relax. I'm a free spirit, always gonna be a free spirit, and I've had my fun. I've learned many lessons by moving all over the place, but I just want to chill. But yeah, I mean, if the opportunity comes up, then I'd be down to move out of the US. Depends on where it's at, but I'm always down for an adventure. This question I got quite a few times as well. Do you want to be married? If you're new here, I've been married before. Not once, but twice. Now, oh my God. So the first marriage, I've actually been really open about that. I've talked about it many times before and how it's a big part of my story and like getting into my career and everything. And my first husband and I, listen, we FaceTime today. Like we were just really, and if y'all want me to do a whole separate video about divorces, whatever, I got y'all on that. But yeah, so I was married to him. Now I had a second marriage. The first marriage I had, I wasn't even really on social media. I had no platform. And whenever him and I were married, we had actually both deleted our social media. This is a long, long time ago. My second marriage happened right in front of y'all's eyes. It was like, some people, if you're paying attention to me and like paying attention to all the things I was posting at the time, some people kind of peeped game that I was married, but I never just flat out said, hey, I got married. I never announced it, never put that person out there as my husband, none of that stuff. It was a very short-lived marriage. We have already been divorced. But with that one, how do I explain? Because I don't want to, I feel like maybe one day I do have to like go in depth about it because how I handled it could probably help other women. But let's just say that it don't count in my eyes. It really doesn't. Nah. So as far as me wanting to get married, yes, I do want to get married and have an actual marriage where I'm with that person forever. When I have another kid, I do want that marriage at some point, yes. My third marriage, you know, third time's a charm. And me and my friends, like, we joke about it. We just joke about it. Whatever, been married twice. But yeah, I really do want to get married for the third and last time. Since we're on the subject of love, I did get a question about navigating dating, breakups, stuff like that. Ooh, y'all. So navigating breakups is actually really difficult for me at first. When I went through my first divorce, it was really hard. Navigating breakups is much easier now because I don't internalize anything. I don't take anything that the other person does and feel like, oh my God, it's my fault. I messed up. I don't take it personal. I'm not like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? None of that. I'm at a place where I'm able to accept that sometimes things just do not work out, and that's okay. I have also mastered the art of detaching very easily. I feel when I go through a breakup, I hurt. I'm a human being, and not only am I a human, I'm a Pisces and Venus too. So I hurt. I let myself feel everything after breakup, but again, I let myself detach. I'm the type when I'm going through a breakup, I'm gonna let myself cry about it, feel everything as deep as I possibly can. If I want to think about that person, I'm gonna think about them. I'm just gonna immerse myself in whatever I'm feeling at that moment to just get it out of my system. And then I detach, I move on from it. Again, I remind myself that I know I'm a great person. I know I have a lot to offer. I know the type of love that I desire and deserve. And if this did not work, it was honestly for my protection. Whether I'm the one that broke it off or whether they're the one that broke it off, I know that there's a reason behind it. So why am I holding on to something that ended? And I also look at each relationship as a lesson. I don't feel like everybody's gonna come into my life and they have to be here forever. I don't feel that way. That's just not the reality of life. I feel like everybody has something to teach us and vice versa. And to me, as long as I can understand the lesson that I was meant to learn from that relationship, I'm able to move on. I'm able to have an easier breakup. I really didn't lose. You don't lose really anything in a breakup because nobody belongs to you. You belong to nobody. So that lesson is what is really important. Aside from that, it really is all about pouring into yourself. You pour into you and you have a high level of self-love, high self-esteem, things like that. You're not taking breakups as hard. Again, you're gonna feel things because you're a human, but you're not taking breakups as hard because you're understanding it's a phase. And breakups are normal too. Breakups are such a normal thing. And I think that we forget that because, when we're going through it, we're like, oh, there must be something wrong with me and I'm gonna miss this person and this person's become such a big part of my life. The breakups are truly just a normal thing. It's a part of life. Having a healthy relationship with myself has really helped me navigate breakups in a healthy way and having a support system. For me, I'm so blessed to the point that when I'm going through a breakup, as much as I need to vent about it, talk about it, cry about it, I have people in my circle that will call and listen to me over and over and over again until I'm done with it. And I do the same for them. And so having that support, having people to talk to, having people to understand you, to validate your emotions, you should be the one that's validating how you feel. But you know what? When we're in the moments of weakness, it feels good to have another person validate how we feel and pour into us at that time. So having a lot of support makes a breakup easier. You and that person not together no more. Your world doesn't stop. You're still you. You still have your light. You're still amazing. Okay? You still have a lot to offer. You still have a lot to gain from relationships. Your world is not end because that person left your world. It only opens you up to strengthen that relationship with self and to eventually find a person that you're more compatible with and create that long-lasting relationship when the time is right. And then navigating dating. So I love this. So I'm dating now. I'm dating right now. Dating is interesting. Dating is fun. It's fun, especially whenever you know who you are and you know exactly what you want. And whenever you're dating and your mindset is not, I like this person, I have to win them over. But it's more of, does this person meet my needs? Do I feel like we're compatible? How do I feel about this person? How do I feel about this connection? When you think about it more of what you need, which is more soul-based and less of the ego, again, which is like, I have to win this person over, dating becomes more fun. You're not staying in these dating situations longer than what you need to. You have a good sense of judgment. And then, oh, another really big thing. So y'all, I had to work on my attachment style. Ooh, I had to work on my attachment style. I have always had a very anxious attachment style because I dealt with a lot of abandonment growing up and even in my early adulthood. So anxious attachment style, I would say about 2 years ago, I really started leaning into learning about attachment and working towards a secure attachment style. That right there, number one. Creating a secure attachment style has made dating so much easier, and probably breakups too. I just spoke about breakups. Having that has made dating a lot easier for me because I'm able to go into connections. I'm not like, where are things gonna go? I need to know immediately, is this person my third husband? I'm just kind of going into it like, all right, what are the vibes? How do I feel? Are we having fun? Are we connecting? If I begin feeling something deeper and really beginning to like an individual, I lean into that. You know, I embrace it. I'm not running from it. I'm not being afraid of anything. And the moment that I feel that something is not in alignment, I'm able to pull back my energy. Or in dating, if there's something that I'm not happy with or something that makes me feel away, I'm able to communicate that in a healthy way. So having that secure attachment style has made dating really fun. Really, really fun. I love it. There's somebody that I like right now. Question, how do you overcome fear and self-doubt? Y'all, I have it sometimes. I do. And it's all about I guess I constantly remind myself. So look at this, transcend illusion. You can't see that, but it's tattooed right there. My own handwriting. A reminder for me to break past these limitations. Okay, a lot of times our mind is lying to us. We're overthinking all the time. We're in our heads. And so when I'm having fear, when I'm having doubt, again, that's just really me overthinking. So I have to remind myself, transcend illusion is whatever you're thinking is not real. You are an extension of the universe or God. If you're new here, I use those two words interchangeably, but I'm reminding myself of that. I am an extension of God. That means I have no reason to doubt myself. I have no reason to be fearful because I am tapped into the source of unlimited power, unlimited abundance, unlimited potential. And so I do it with the doubt. I do it with the fear. I do it anyway because it's important to me to make sure that I'm not letting fear hold me back, to make sure that I'm not letting the imposter syndrome keep me from doing the things that I should be doing, keeping me from walking in my purpose. I'm really big on giving myself pep talks and pouring into myself on a very regular basis just to make sure I'm keeping myself at a place where I am good, where I don't let myself have a lot of fear and have a lot of doubt too often, because those things will ruin you. And I've dealt with fear and doubt before. Not a fun feeling. Again, you're not in your full potential. And I wasn't really happy whenever I let fear and doubt take over. So it's all about the mindset you had. What are the conversations that you're having with yourself? I speak to myself kindly. I do my affirmations. I pray. Anything that I am worried about and have no control over, I put it in the hands of the universe because it's going to get taken care of either way. I remind myself if everything is not okay now, it will be. I remind myself that I'm safe. I remind myself that I'm thriving. I remind myself that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm not going to fail. Not possible. Failure is not a word in my vocabulary. I really just pour into I water myself. I water myself so much because, yeah, I'm not going to let fear and doubt keep me from doing the things I should be doing. To the conclusion of the video, if you made it through the whole thing, leave a black heart as well. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me and talking about life, and that some of my experiences and some of the things I spoke about with my own personal life has been helpful to you. If there's anything that I touched on tonight that you want me to go more in depth about, let me know what it was, and I got you. I'll do a whole separate video. I'll go in depth about all of it because that's what we're here for. Okay, I'm here to be vulnerable. I'm here to open up with you guys. I'm here to use my experiences to help you. We're here for each other. All right, we have a little community. So I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.